Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Hey!
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he will find Scott on the right side, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down. Hurts. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. From 6 yards away. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rhule. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold. Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here at their own 24. To throw is Darnold. And going to go down. They save him on the final play of the first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run it here. This is D'Onta Foreman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Darnold down to throw. And that is incomplete.
I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Jalen Hurts bringing the Eagles out for their next drive. Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you make a formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick-6, it's Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. A play fake, and it's Darnold. They'll roll him out right. And this one is incomplete.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ballgame.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And he bats it away, and it falls down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force it.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. To return is Roberts. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken. Darnold on 1st down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And did he just clock it? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will do it for this first half. All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Panthers ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2nd and 8 coming up. Now it's Darnold. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They run again with Foreman. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on 3.5 his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. Now Foreman. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are back within a score. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded right around the 8. A dangerous return man showing it here. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone.
Hurts fumbles it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 20, 10, 5. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Hurts. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Another run with Sanders. Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. Credit Corey Littleton blowing that play up.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
Holding, offense.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And they're going to get down short of the first at about the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. On is the punter Hekker as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 4. A minute 50 to play. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Finding Watson. Watkins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right of the yard. He's back to throw. And one more time, that's Watkins. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. They'll look to throw. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
When you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous